Not uncommon for many of us to keep some of those 690 million pounds with us after the holiday season's over. And with Thanksgiving almost here and another month of holiday festivities after that, we thought it might help to kind of get you set. So in our Healthy Mom segment tonight, Kim Stone looks at ways to keep from gaining the weight. I mean, it's possible, right?
Exactly. It always seems so simple. Eat less, exercise more.
Sure.
But
paper,
that doesn't always seem to work. And you can't tell people not to eat on Thanksgiving. That's just part of it. So this week, we're looking at some easy ways you can eat that dinner and enjoy it while still maintaining your weight.
It's a meal many of us look forward to all year. And while most of us are thankful for the great food, we're not necessarily thankful for all the calories that add up. But personal trainer Dustin Maher says, keep one thing in mind.
It's just one meal. So what I tell people to do is enjoy it. Remember, the reason why you're there for Thanksgiving is partly the food, but also for the people.
That said, though, there are some things to keep in mind that day. First, don't skip breakfast and don't skip lunch.
You always want to still be eating beforehand. Otherwise, you're going to consume so many more calories during that ravenous time of Thanksgiving dinner.
When you do sit down for that big dinner, remember, it's not a race, so eat slow.
We get that big plate, we just start pounding the food right away, and you're going to not know how full you actually are because you're not really thinking about it.
Also, eating certain foods first can actually help keep you from overeating. Dustin recommends starting with the veggies.
Now, normally you get there and there's different vegetables set out. We've got the veggies right here, and that's a great place to start because they're going to be very low calories and they're going to help fill you up a little bit.
Next, move on to the protein.
Turkeys are great. They're lean and they got great protein in them. They'll also help make you feel full. And then we can get into all those carb-heavy foods like the stuffing, for example, or the potatoes, or the corn, or the cranberry sauce, which is always full of usually a lot of extra sugar because cranberries are so tart naturally.
And of course, no meal is complete without dessert.
Pumpkin pie is a pretty good one. It's about 350 calories.
And no pie is really good for you, but in terms of calories, apple pie is pretty similar to pumpkin. Pecan pie, on the other hand, is more like 500 to 600 calories a serving.
So if you're going to have one of those, just have a nice, one little slice and enjoy it.
And then there's exercising. Working out the morning of or even just the day before Thanksgiving can certainly help. You just need to make sure it's a high-intensity workout.
The higher intensity, the more sugar you're going to be burning. And we want to burn that sugar because when you start to eat all these carbs and sugars during Thanksgiving, it's going to first go into the muscles and refuel the muscles and then also your liver, and it's going to be stored as fat last.
Exercise is certainly something you'll want to continue with even after Thanksgiving because, as we all know, the month of December is full of holiday parties and baked goods, and between the food and often the alcohol, the calories add up.
When you're eating by yourself or with your family, try to eat, as clean as you can, as good as you can, and then when you are doing those social things, that's the time to have your cheat meals.
A good rule of thumb, eat well at least 80% of the time. Dustin says that should allow you to at least maintain your weight instead of gain more weight.
Oh, one thing I didn't talk about yet is portion sizes. If you can, try to keep them a little smaller. Everything in moderation, as they say. And there are some ways to make what you're cooking a little bit healthier. If making mashed potatoes, keep the skins on. That'll give you a few more nutrients. You could also try sweet potatoes as a substitute. And if you're planning to use canned corn, try to get the unsweetened corn. There can be a good amount of sugar in your typical can of corn. But again, it's only one meal. Maybe try to be a little conscious. Or not.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really hard. It's one meal.
And get up and take a walk after dinner.
Exactly.
What the heck? That's not a bad
Lots
thing
of things
to
you can do.
Okay.